It's time for On Watch. And for me, Nick, the
Oh, shit.
Cleveland Cavaliers are on watch.
For what?
Mainly Donovan Mitchell.
I knew he was gonna. Yeah, I knew he was gonna bring his name. You said the Cavaliers. You just like FIFA. You can't have two, kid. You gotta pick one.
I wanted some time. I've been watching the Cavs. They play really, really, really good. Their offensive system is great. They function really, really well as a team. Everybody, they got the white boys that can shoot the three, and they function together. They got the not Jackson Hill, but Jared Allen. So watching them, they look nice. They look very cohesive. I just and I like Donovan Mitchell's leadership. Like what he's saying to them is that, yeah, we're great. Yeah, we've only lost 10, I think now 11 games, on the year, but we haven't done anything because I've been on great teams before that have been the number one seed, I believe, and we haven't gone anywhere. But there are times when Donovan Mitchell out there, just like Luka, he's just shooting terribly from the field. And it looks like at times that he's being carried by everybody else on the team because of how they're shooting. So will this team in the playoffs have the physicality they need to endure a series, and two, for the way that they are playing, go all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals? For me, I think it's Eastern Conference Finals a bust for them. I should expect nothing less with how they look. And it was one game. Oh, who was I watching them play? And they I think they ended up losing that game. It was against a sorry team. Who was it? I can't remember. It was the most recent game they lost.
You talking about the Orlando Magic?
Yeah, it was Orlando Magic. And your boy, yeah, they are kind of sorry. And Ty Jerome out there talking shit and woke up Paulo. Yeah, Banchero, and he went to work on him, bro. So it's just like now they're feeling themselves. But anyway, I think now it's like, and I much like you, I'm a Donovan Mitchell fan.
No, you're not. Don't even say
that. But at this point, bro, best team in the league, right up there with OKC. It's time to put up a shut up, bro. If you really that guy, top 2 in the league according to you, you got to put up a shut up, bro. So let's see if their style of play can translate to playoff basketball.
Top 2 at his position. Here's the thing,
number 1 at his position. But yeah.
Okay, his position. My bad. That's what I meant to say.
He better than that. Playoffs.
Yes.
Playoff. See, and that's why they can't make basketball takes. Okay, we know that playoffs is all about matchups, and the only matchup that really matters to me is against Boston. Boston wins that matchup, in my opinion. That being said, I do think they make the Eastern Conference Finals, but that's when the road stops for them.
Here's a hot take: the Cavs are only going to go to a championship when Evan Mobley becomes their best player. As long as they're depending on Donovan Mitchell to be the number one guy, then they're not gonna make it. With Evan Mobley's defense, and like Evan Mobley's like a second coming to Garnett. That's what they should be gearing up him towards. He got the defense, he got the mid range, he can shoot the jumper at 3 sometimes. So the only way they're gonna win it is if Evan Mobley's their best player and Donovan Mitchell's their second.
They're definitely trying to unlock his full potential. I think that was one of the things that Donovan was talking about, and other teams like you was really telling him that he doesn't know how good he really is, and they're really trying to unlock that from him. But right now, he doesn't really. No one on that team really has to carry this team, and take the bull by the horn, as so to speak. But when it's fourth quarter, Nick, Donovan is the guy they're gonna have to go to,
and he delivers. And he delivers. Not like Brunson, not like Brun. Brun is that's a different category of clutch. But nah, bro, Donovan Mitchell is the best shooting guard in the league. Bro. I've been saying that for years now. I know Ant is on the rise. He will surpass him. I don't think he's there yet. I think he is. I think he's Ant hasn't. It's not an Ant conversation. This is about Kent's take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Calling them out and saying I don't watch after they won 16 games and have the best record in the Eastern Conference is nuts. And I think that they. in a 7-game series, it's hard to pick them against Boston, but I think that they will get to the Eastern Conference Finals and they will face the Knicks. That's what I say.
How they going?
Because
not beating Boston, and neither is Cleveland.
Because the Knicks are gonna face Boston in the second round. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. And the way Cat playing right now, hey, the cat's out the bag, kid. Cat's out the bag. Hey, once Brun get back, it's a wrap. Because this is the best thing that happened to the Knicks is Brun getting injured. Because now they're playing like they're running the offense through Cat, and you kind of see. And finally, at least the last game, Mikal Bridges finally starting to show the fuck up and not just be a fucking catch and shoot guy. But Donovan Mitchell is going to take this team to far in the playoffs.
We'll see. Yep. I have this question based off of what Spike said in terms of Evan Mobley being their best player. To me, you either have it or you don't. And Evan Mobley has a lot of potential, but when you're supposed to be that guy, you kind of have that already, even as a young player, that they have to unlock. Like Edwards always had that. KG always had that. Evan Mobley don't have that. He has the talent, but he don't have that extra that makes him the dog that you have to be the number one guy. He don't have that. And I don't think that they be a player that didn't have that and then got it later. Because you're bored with that.
That's a good point.